with how I got the camera set up, you got to move over. Yeah, a little more, a little more, a little more.
Little man at, man.
Right there. Here, you pull this here. Pow. There we go. Now everybody in it. Now don't you move, Kevin.
Am I in the shot?
Don't you move.
No, you're not in the shot.
He said, am I in the shot?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what up?
Am I in the shot?
Zoe Williams, the voice of reason and the ZoWhat show curator. I tell you, man, today's topic is crazy. I feel like I gotta do it. I need everybody to support the channel. I need everybody to donate. Listen, that super chat function needs to get hit up early and often while we're live. I apologize for last week's show. We had some internet issues. It was our tribute show to Baba Dick Gregory. You know, I apologize that, you know, we weren't able to get that video up. But listen, I've been telling all my peoples, let's see, we got 5 minutes before we go live to the ZoWhat morning show. I've been telling all the people that support me here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of the social media. Listen, I'm looking for 300 people to donate $100 a piece to the radio network platform that we're trying to build. Listen, if I get 30 people today, I'm calling 30 riders during this show. I'm going to shout everybody out during this show. Please, please, please support all of the black businesses that we do. And also, man, I just need y'all to support this entire platform. I'm looking for 30. All right? I'm looking for 30 people to donate $100 through the super chat. Today's topic is going to be crazy. Jeff Brown is on his way. You know Jeff Brown crazy than a motherfucker. Hey, somebody said, what up, Kev?
What up?
You got to look over there, man.
Over
The camera
here?
right
Oh,
there. Look right into the camera.
What's that?
Different angles I want to come from. And it's going to be super fly, man. It's going to be dope today. So share the video with all your people. You know, let everybody know you on with Zoe. Let's get it cracking. Yeah, I see everybody in here. Hey, please donate, all right? Donate. Use the super chat button. It's a little dollar sign down at the bottom here. You see this little dollar sign? You click on it. Pow. I'm looking for 30 people to donate $100. If we can get 30 people during the next 2 hours, we've done a tremendous amount of work. This is how we pay Frank. Frank's ass ain't even here today.
Right,
I gotta
I'm like,
run
where's
this
Frank
shit my
at?
damn self.
Who's fucking Frank?
Frank crazy, man.
Frank in Europe today.
No, he not in Europe. He here. He just, you know.
Frank is doing his thing.
You know, I'm so tired, and I was running, and then I stopped running, and my feet were tired, and then I don't feel good.
My feet were tired.
You see, Frank is the type of motherfucker that tell you, oh, my stomach is hurting. $25 from Wiz the Biz. I appreciate that, Doug. I appreciate that. Thank you, Wiz the Biz.
You have some for the turntables.
We got 2 minutes before we go live. Listen, don't front on us, guys. We need those donations. We need them right now. If we can get 30 people to drop $100, we're on deck. Please plug the camera back in. Destructor. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks, Daryl. I appreciate that. If we can get 30 people to donate $100, we're off the charts. I'm going to post these links all over the place right now. I'm posting them to Twitter, Instagram, We Juice. Yeah, We Juice is in the building. People is reaching out to you, brother.
What's up?
They like, yeah, they see you. We got 60 seconds before we go live.
You just want the controller?
Huh? No, that's cool.
Daryl.
That one has pineapple.
Daryl, 60 seconds before we go live, bro. Let's go live. Hey, close that door,
For
Kev.
my sake.
You ready right now, Julian?
Yeah.
You're on.
I'm on. Where my people?
Ready, so?
They gonna watch the show today.
Hey, turn my mic up. Ladies and gentlemen, the ZoWhat Morning Show back in the building. We've got another incredible topic. We've got another heated topic. Man, who saw the fight? Oh God, we're gonna talk about everything. Who heard Jim Brown's statements on Colin Kaepernick? Who saw President Donald Trump's speech in Phoenix? Oh Lord, we got a lot to cover. You're listening to the ZoWhat Morning Show on Dash Radio, specifically Dash Talk. You know, every week, once a week, the ZoWhat Show comes in here to slap you upside the dome piece on your way home from Jones Beach. We trying to hit you with that science, that knowledge, that infotainment. Right? We trying to give you that information.
Yep.
And before we do it, we always promote. Right? We always promote black-owned businesses or businesses in general. But let me just say, I feel that it's hella disrespectful on YouTube. And I know, you know, everybody on YouTube who comments, you get to be a savage. You can't be a savage in no other aspect of your life except in the YouTube chat. But a lot of people, I feel like it's disrespectful to say, oh, the show starts after he promotes the businesses. I think that's disrespectful. We need our businesses to get this light.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
I think that's some bullshit. So, you know, and then you running around talking about marching and what we gonna do and shit. You don't even want to promote no businesses. You don't want to patronize black-owned businesses. All I want to do is get them light.
I don't want to do nothing for the info.
So let me start with myself. The relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship, right here. You got to get your copy. If you order it today, I'll package it up and mail it out tomorrow before I go to the 5150 shop. You understand?
Yep.
The relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship. Great book. Also, I had 2 of them.
Uh-oh. What happened to the other one?
Man.
Hey,
Hey, seriously, I'm out. This is the last one.
A wrap.
I will not be giving this away.
See if you do with that, brother.
This is the last one I have. Total Package Energy.
Hope that don't disappear on you during the show.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, it is the best energy supplement ever. I just believe in it. Only because it works. I'm cynical about everything. I'm cynic. Right? I'm cynical about everything. I'm a cynic about everything. Like, I don't believe shit. Right? I want shit to show itself to me. You understand? Like, show me. And Total Package Energy has showed me. No, it's for real, dog. Kev, does it work for you? You're a trainer. You know, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Like, let's go back to the weird part. You like eating herbs and berries and juices and thorns and shit.
And thorns.
You know what I'm saying? A weirdo, healthy guy. Tell me, does this shit have a real impact on you when you take it?
Absolutely. 100%. I took something about an hour ago.
See what I'm saying? Like,
So it's
that
off the
shit
chain.
is not a
Trust me.
game, man. It's not a game. I believe in it.
Yeah, I was feeling a little low. Yeah, it got me going right now.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you be ready to start some shit.
There's no joke.
Should you take this before? No. Total Package Energy. It's only $29 a case.
Good price.
You've had some, haven't you? Did I give you some of this?
Not yet.
I know. You know why I haven't given you any? You have to earn it, little finger.
You don't know who UTFO is.
Oh,
No,
shit,
no.
you put him out there. Damn.
He don't know who that is?
I'm just playing.
And he's from Harlem. That's the worst.
Oh yeah, Eddie from New York don't know who UTFO is.
J-Lo said this whole joke is over.
Who? What? Jalen? He ain't here. We get to rag your ass. Hey, hey.
That's funny.
I got something special.
No, you didn't.
I got something special.
Stop playing.
YouTube, everybody check this. I'm gonna read it first. I would like to personally thank you for supporting me and the God Box. This is a token of my appreciation. I just ask one thing. Please open the box for the first time on social media. David Banner just sent me the special edition God Box. Whoa! What you know good?
God off then, bro.
Let's God right off. Hey, put that over there by this camera so they can see that. That's the God Box!
Bam.
What?
There it be.
Hashtag the God Box. You gotta say it with that movie cinema. God Box. Coming to a theater near you. God hops out the box and busts your ass. Let me see it. Listen,
What's in
man.
the box?
Let me tell you what's so special about this brother David. Aries brother.
Yep.
So you know the Aries brothers be sincere. They be passionate about their shit. This brother right here is passionate about educating his community. Look, don't just. I want you to see every aspect of it. I just.
Oh, that's the shit.
The
universe?
I just want you to see everything. Thank you. Thank you for all your support of the God Box, David Banner. Got the album. You understand? Hold on, let's go here. There it is. Got the album. I should just put on this fly ass t-shirt, the God Box t-shirt right now.
This is a whole goodie box.
Man, Kev,
Better watch that.
don't get slapped in the mouth. Open that up in front of that camera. Don't get slapped.
That's awesome.
The God Box.
Oh, it's the actual banner for David Banner.
It's the flag. The brother gave us a flag. The God Box. Man, if you don't go support David Banner's God Box, look at that. Who has said rep, whoop, rep? Man, I like repping real. David Banner's work is real. Oh, don't get it twisted. Then he gonna slap you in the mouth with hidden colors. The God Box hidden colors.
Oh, you got that in there?
Got hidden colors in there. Got the broader files. Remember?
Oh, wow.
Remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, when I was studying many, many years ago, what is this? What is this right now? What is this?
2017.
88? 89? 90s?
Yep.
I'm right there. I'm right there.
Doing the math.
You understand? Do the knowledge.
Doing the math.
You understand?
Doing the math.
Black Friday, right? What legacy are you building? The remix, a film by Rick Mathis. It's got Dr. Boyce Watkins, Les Brown, Ice-T, Chuck D, Rick Ross, Donnie McClurkin. All these people are in this film. Hey, man, David Banner is a real one. You understand? He is a real one.
David Beasley.
He put together the God Box because we too entertained by bullshit, frivolity, superficiality. When was the last time you've been entertained by substance, by meaning? You finish listening to an album and all of a sudden your purpose is clearer. Like, oh. When was the last time you got hit with the, oh.
With today's
Okay. And that's real. David Banner, much love from the ZoWhat show. We appreciate everything you do. Everybody, please go out, support that brother. Weed Juice in the building. Another black-owned business that must be supported. Non-stop. Hassan, what deals do we have on deck for the ZoWhat listeners?
Look, I still got the the 10% off ZoWhat code. I actually got these new bags that came in this week.
The juice bag.
Juice bag. It's an insulator bag.
I got it right here. Look, pow.
Insulator bag.
There you go.
And so I'm gonna put that on the website next week, so you guys will be able to order those. It'll be like $15 for the insulated bag.
Come on, man.
You know.
You can take
Support
that to the
this
beach
brother.
with you and stuff too,
Yeah,
right?
you know, you could pack everything in there
There you
instead of, you know, doing the other stuff you do. Get
Right.
the igloo, you get your weed juice bags. You always promote weed juice.
Weed juice
Think
is
about buying that weed juice.
Weed juice is OUIJUICE.com. Now, Android Home. I talked to my homeboy over at Android. Android Home Shoes. AndroidHome.com. That's Android HOMME.com. You know what he said? I don't know if your people have really come through in large numbers and supported what we were doing. We've got some orders, but I don't know if they like just blew us out of the water. We don't really know. I'm asking that everybody go over there, find a sale item, and purchase it and say, Zoe Williams sent me. Right? Sometimes you got to forge relationships with other people with your behavior.
Right.
I need him to know that the people who roll with Zoe are people of purpose and people about business. And sometimes you got to gain somebody's respect by how the people move. Now, in radio, you know what it's called? The people meter. Do you know people change the channel every 11 seconds in radio based off of somebody talking too much, not enough information, bullshit, the sound of somebody's voice, whatever, they change. But the ZoWhat show ain't like that. The people who listen to us support us 100%. They move with us. I want you guys to make a move on AndroidHome.com. They had a school year up to 70% off sale or whatever. Go find something, a sale item, and tell them ZoWhat sent you. All right? So they can see that we are not just a group of people that just listen and don't do nothing. Let's be doers today. I put these businesses in front of you so that, you know, they can benefit, but so we can also build a network. Building a network is key to everything. And you're going to see in the next couple of months when I unveil my ultimate plan. Jesus Christ. I'm over here on some
Hannibal from the A-Team and shit.
I'm telling you, man, I love it when a plan comes together, right? Kenneth Boggs Suits. That's my cousin. Tailor-made suits. Flyest suits in the game. He makes a lot of suits for a lot of entertainers, a lot of NBA players, a lot of NFL players. He's my cousin. Man, me and his mom used to be so tight. We used to kick it at our grandmother's crib. It was her grandmother, but it was my great-grandmother. We used to kick it at Emma Sue's crib, and we had fun for many, many years. This is her son, and I just want to be able to support him. At the end of the day, man, if you're not learning from what I'm doing with this community empowerment thing, it's support.
Right.
That's the one thing the black community lacks, which is why we're about to have this hella conversation now. Support, support, support is key. We gotta continue to support. Couple more business. Shepherd's Sweets.
Candy crack.
She,
I thought that's what that was in that box.
no.
He was
She,
like, I bought something.
she did make some stuff, I just didn't pick it up.
God damn it.
She made some stuff specifically for the show. And
Thank you.
specifically candy crack.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I just didn't pick it up. Go to the website shepherdssweets.com. shepherdssweets.com. You got to do it. All right? Please support that business. Also, two companies that I love to promote together. Power in One Clothing. I got on their hat right now. Everybody thinks this is the Power TV hat, but it's not. It's Power in One Clothing. But if you want to rep it that way, you can. Power in One Clothing. PIO Clothing.com. PIO Clothing.com. And then you have RBGTees.com. Love RBGTees.com. Love a lot of the stuff that they do. Love supporting their work. And then last week we supported the sister Uniquely Wired M.com. I wore some of her copper and crystal, artistry. Just, if you don't believe me, just go there. uniquelywiredm.com. Triumph Beyond Designs. They design my website. They can design yours. Professional, fast, support, service, artistic, creative, integrated, the whole 9 yards. TriumphBeyondDesigns.com. They can build your website for you as well. Mind-blowing mobile apps. A lot of ZoWhat listeners are going to support Wanda Trotter. She hit me and was like, yo, some other listeners have come in with small businesses that have purchased apps. I'm telling you, she's a steal.
Yeah, man.
I've checked the prices of other app developers, and it gets crazy. To me, she's robbing herself.
She knows what she's doing, though. That's
she really does.
She really knows what she's doing.
You do know there's a button in my app that allows you to click right onto the live stream of YouTube, the YouTube stream, right inside the app. As soon as she found out that I had it, I didn't ask her to do it. She just, he's got another way to watch it. I'm going to integrate it into the app. And then she programmed a push notification that went out to all 6,000 people who have downloaded the app. Oh, she's not a gang.
Yeah, she's always thinking, calculating.
Mindblowingmobiles.com. All right, Kev.
Yo.
What do you have?
Got Cop Stop Guardian. We still need you guys to get us to 15,000. The initial goal is 15,000 so we can get this app made. So please get out there and support. Remember, the app is basically like your own 911 in the car with you. When you get pulled over, connects you to a call center where the operator comes online and she mediates the call. He or she mediates the call between you and the police officer, so it keeps the tension down and everybody goes home safely. So again, we got the $15,000 challenge going on. We need 15,000 to get us to make the app. So please go to GoFundMe.com/CopStopGuardian. And so again, with the 30,000 subscribers that we have to the show, please at least everybody go and donate $1. Half the people go donate $1. So
the 30,000.
The show has. I didn't speak wrong, man. I said the show. But everybody, please get out there and hook it up. Oh, for people who donate, you guys be the first to get the app. So please go out and support that. Also, realnagas.com for the gear. I got the Real Nagas new shirts on right now. The Real Nagas new shirt on right now. Also, the Native Amaru Khan and the Dragon Moore shirts. Also, I have episode 3 of Wordplay that I just put out a couple of days ago. So if you haven't checked out that series, go check out the Wordplay series. Real Nagas. Actually, that's on the Real Nagas YouTube channel. So go ahead and check that out.
Hey, here it is. We're about to take a quick break, but when we come back, today's topic is on deck. Get ready for the jewels upside your dome piece. We'll be back at 2.2. ZoWhat Mornings Dash Talk Radio. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready, get ready.
What happened to this dude? That's his deal up. Corey Gunn. Corey Gunn. Corey Gunn deal up. They gave $2 million and put him under the table. Gave $2 million and said bye-bye. Birdman. Yep. Birdman. Corey Gunn. This dude, sick ass rapper. But they gave him a deal of $2 million. And he ain't got nothing on got the money left. Well, no, they didn't put him out. They put him out. They shelved him. Birdman. Cash on cash. Thank you. How about that, Fred? It was our record too, right?
Nigga!
You feel no pain, like controls your brain. I know better.
Look,
that's what Homer did. Two soldiers had a pack. Matter of fact, who got it? And where my army at?
You know who that is? That's new. That's new. And this is for this year.
Wow.
That's for this team.
They cut his head off.
The real world. These just people with ideas. They just like me and you when the smoking camera disappear again. The real world. And all these fake records. Wait, folks got the millions and my woman's disrespected. If you check 1, 2, my word of advice to you is just relax. Just do what you got to do. If that don't work, then kick the fact. If you a rider, then not a crowd excited. Oh, you wanna just get high and just say it. But then if you a lie, pass on fire, wolf cry, agent with a Y, I'm gonna know it when I play it. It's bigger than yeah, it's bigger than
Goodbye, anything got that calibrate 3 degrees, oh, we get half of me, drop that, that shit, stop this, with the shit,
Sure I do. I'm from the streets, wait up, swallow me, bullets to follow me. So much coke that you can run and swallow. The cops come to shit top to bottom. They say that we are prone to violence, but it's home sweet home. Personalities clash and chrome is clone. Coke prices up and down like it's Wall Street home. But this is worse than the Dow Jones. Your brains are now grown, all over that brown throne. When slip you are now gone. Welcome to hell where you are welcome to sell. When the shells come, you better return them. All scars we earn them, all cars we learn them. Like the back of my head, you like the tops hopping out the back of man. Wear a G on my chest, I don't need that man. This ain't a song out there, those homes is about it. It's clapping the flamers before we became famous. But plenty of me, y'all shall but never remain nameless.
Yeah, he was.
Not the most but Floyd got different tactics. People don't understand the whole life. Boxing is about science. You have tactics when you're fighting. You're fighting the game plan. His game plan was to attack. When you attack, you open yourself up to get hit. When you watch Floyd don't attack. Walking towards
music lasting. Let you come back. Can't quit because he walks you down after round 5. That's when you start walking down. Usually you're not walking down until round 5. I got more back than crack. That's the big shit out. You figure that out. Enough to feed the need. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See no kind of players. True fucking players. Jump in the river and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GM3. I got the chronic.
Yo, the ZoWhat morning show is back in full effect. It's important for us to have this conversation, man, because we live in a time where just a lot of the world is changing. And what's happening is, right, let me just paint the picture for why I did this topic.
Why'd you do the topic?
Right? What's happening is America is fighting to keep the masses asleep. Now understand what sleep means. As long as you're believing in something you didn't author, you sleep. Because your belief manifests shit.
Wow.
Okay? So in order for the dream to live, you gotta stay asleep. Sleep to the reality of things. So they get to say, we are all one people. We're all together. We're Americans. We're number one, and we love each other. And injustice anywhere is injustice for everybody. They get to say all of these platitudes and cliches, and you're supposed to believe, because in your belief you manifest the dream. Now, while they got you believing that particular narrative, they doing shit that is in opposition of the principles of the dream.
How about it?
So in Phoenix, the president has a speech. And he talking about this new tax cut. You know this new tax cut is going to fuck people up, especially people of color. Like, my homeboy, Antonio Moore, did the fucking video. Right? And the reason why I'm pointing y'all to that video, go look up Tone Talks on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel too. Tone Talks. He talks about why we should be interested in Trump's talk in Phoenix. Because again, I want you to believe one thing while we do the total opposite. How does this tie into today's topic? Does racism make America great? Should American policymakers consider taking down all symbols of past slavery, Jim Crow, and racism in order to help America become whole again as a nation, as a group of people? No, we want you to be patriotic. We want to fight on the same side as soldiers, right? But we want to live in a class-based society.
Y'all niggers use them colored bullets.
Right.
We got bullets for the colors.
We want you to live in a segregated, stratified society.
Y'all seen that box of nigger bullets?
Nigger bullets.
They ain't packed right.
Right?
Kind of cooking.
Because I believe sometimes the way the news cycle goes, they move past shit too quick. Remember, it used to be 15 minutes of fame. Now it's 15 seconds. You hot 15 seconds, and now it's on to the next cycle of shit.
In other news,
we can't let shit get away. Antonio Moore and I were talking over the weekend. That's why I developed this topic. You get black people to go, let's go down to, let's move out of Los Angeles. Let's go to Atlanta. Let's go to Georgia. Let's go to Houston. Houston is the big thing. Let's go to Houston. Let's move to Houston. Houston's underwater.
I was about to say, you're snorkel.
Yeah, you can afford a house down there, but do you have flood insurance?
Right.
And let's all pray for Houston. But a lot of times we move places because it's cheaper, not understanding what's waiting on us. What disaster is there? Yeah. There's a disaster everywhere, but are you prepared for the disaster for where you are? And, yeah, that house is cheaper, but can you afford to lose it?
Damn.
See,
now that you done downgraded all your thoughts?
You understand what I'm saying? And this is no disrespect to anybody. What I'm saying is, stop dreaming in black and white.
Yeah.
See, if I got you dreaming in black and white, I got you dreaming in absolutes. I got you dreaming in fantasies. Nobody thinks in color. Surround sound, Dolby, crystal. Nobody thinks like that. You know why? When motherfuckers is dreaming about that house, they're not dreaming about the mortgage and maybe having to get a second one.
And the taxes.
They're not dreaming about the taxes. They're not dreaming about the termites.
And the upkeep.
And the upkeep.
And the homeowners association.
They're not dreaming about the reality of what it means to have this.
And having all that and then still getting niggas spray painted on your garage.
Right. Or having it, but because you live in that neighborhood, the house next door to you got downgraded because you're there.
Right. Or you heard a noise in the backyard. You heard a noise in the backyard and it ran around to the front.
Right.
And you're outside checking on your noise in the middle of the night. Whoop, whoop.
Exactly.
He can't afford to live over here and can't believe you do.
Oh my God. Here we go. Does racism make America great? Should American policymakers consider taking down all symbols of past slavery in order to help Americans as a whole move past racism? Questions. Should all racist statues be taken down? The number to dial is 323-230-4445. What are white Americans willing to give up in order to really end racism in America? Would Conor McGregor have gotten an opportunity to fight Mayweather if he was black?
Oh, you mean like John Bones Jones?
Would he have gotten an opportunity to fight him if he was black? The man was damn near poor 4 years ago. All of a sudden, just because you on the internet talking shit, you can get a fight with arguably the greatest motherfucking boxer ever?
A black man's skill is no match for a white man's luck.
Oh my God. Watch this. Is Conor McGregor the new Chuck Wepner / Rocky?
Bleeder?
The bleeder. And listen, if you don't know who Chuck Wepner is, another nobody who gets to fight the greatest. Just because he talking shit and he knows somebody that hooked it up. This motherfucker was a bouncer in a nightclub for some mob niggas. He was like a mob, let me go smash people up dude. And you get an opportunity to fight. Listen, there was a time when Muhammad Ali's name was mentioned more than Jesus. People don't, this is a fact. There was a time his name was written in more publications than Jesus. The man was a global icon. You mean to tell me you're known as the bleeder because that's all you do in a fight? As soon as somebody touch your face, you're done. You're bleeding.
It looks like Wepner cut his eye on the ropes getting into the ring.
Right. And you mean to tell me you can get a fight with Ali? I know Ali was on the downside, but
Looks like Wepner's bleeding before the national anthem.
Right.
Somebody hand that man a sanitary napkin.
So the story is he gets the fight. Ali is not himself, not really taking him serious. But you know, Ali is still Ali. That left jab is in this dude's mouth. And then he gets a punch in Ali's rib.
Yeah.
Right in the rib. And I think, because you can't see the bottom of the film, but I think it looked like Ali tripped over his foot or his foot was stepped on at the same time getting hit. And he goes down. Ali is embarrassed and gets up and puts pepper jack cheese balls on this motherfucker's face.
Ali grows a third arm.
Right? But guess who's in the fucking audience? Young Sylvester Stallone. And this motherfucker creates the Rocky movie from Chuck Wepner.
And guess what statue is erected in Philadelphia?
It's Rocky. Like he's a real nigga.
When you really have Joe Frazier, who really is a legend,
Right.
who really whoops some ass, who really is not some fictional character, but he's really black. So that's the problem. The statue is fucking black. How come, I mean, like the statue itself.
Yeah. Some chrome or copper or some shit. But the point that I'm making is, when mediocre whites get an opportunity to look good with great blacks, they get to share the platform.
Yeah.
And that's what just happened with Conor McGregor. Y'all better realize, y'all better recognize and realize the illusion you're a part of. Does America really want to be great? What does the statement, let's make America great again? I'm just throwing out these questions and then I'm going to get to y'all, right? Listen, what the fuck? What do you think of Jim Brown's comments about Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah, about
I just want to know, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the ZoWhat Morning Show. We about to get busy, build and destroy. Does racism make America great, Jeff Brown?
Of course. Racism built this country. Racism will destroy it.
Wow. Say more.
There is racism in the very soil of America. The DNA of America is racism. Bigotry is what is passed down to the cops and the people who yell nigger from a car and the people who show up at rallies. There are no racist white people at rallies, ever. Ever. There are the racist people. The Klan is not racist because of what they do. That's bigotry. The Klan is racist because of what they wear. You see, they wear the hoods, so you don't know that that's a congressman right there. That that's the chief of police right there. That that's the CEO of whoever right there.
Right there.
That's the racist part. The racist part is I won't hire you, or I won't promote you, or I won't let you stay in a particular area. That's racism. Flint water. That's racism. Not this other, oh, he spit on me, oh, we won't take the statues down. That's the sedative that keeps the American dream going. In order to keep you dreaming, you got to be sedated to dream this long. Shit.
That's what's disappointing me about the brothers. Listen, hold on, wait a minute. Why would you defend a system that's corrupt? Because you've got a nest. If your nest is created of corruption, it's going to affect you at some point. You niggas think okay. Corruption is radioactive.
Ooh.
So I've built a nest from the radioactive corruption.
Yeah.
And I'm going to speak out in solidarity so I can protect my nest.
Oh, yeah, I got to say that.
Nest protectors.
It's radioactive, nigga. You gonna die too.
It's ready. Yeah, you.
You talking about anybody in particular?
I'm talking about Willie Galt. I'm talking about people coming out, especially brothers.
Willie Galt said something? What he said?
He talked about Colin Kaepernick.
Sean McCoy.
I'm talking about all these people that are coming out talking.
I don't think they understand where they're going to be in history.
That's my point. My
Who
point
are you going to
is,
be 50 years from
my
now?
point is, these are, that's why I'm saying, they're opportunities for us to stand up, right, and change something. Like the Clippers had an opportunity a few years back.
Right.
There's an opportunity. Well, let's just stand in solidarity and let's not fuck up the system. Let's just show the system that we're not happy today about what was done in the context of the system. When you can actually derail the system to the point where they got to rebuild it.
How about that? What have we done?
It's not. It's like vision is required.
Well, you got to see past the love, the worship, the absolute bowing down to the dollar. Okay, if we give these niggas a bunch of these coupons and let them pose with it, buy some nice shiny shit. That's what what black people don't understand was this lesson that I had to teach my son Blakey, who's playing Monopoly. It's a big game in my house, and he was sitting on a pile of cash, but he hadn't bought anything. And I said, now you see where you are now? Where you saved all your money? Money is not to be saved. Money is to be put to work. I really want to tell you money is hoes and you the pimp. You're supposed to be pimping your paper.
Pimp your paper,
But
yeah.
I told him, I said, as you sit here with no property and a handful of cash, all you can ever do is give, because you have nothing to offer.
And
we are eternal givers because we have nothing to offer that we own, that we don't take back, that we do not demand bigger pieces of. When you brought up the Clippers, that's a perfect example. Black people had the opportunity to crack the fucking earth open by going, yes, please let him keep his team. We gonna watch every game for 30 days and we ain't buying shit advertised for 100 years. We don't care. We don't no apologies, no money, no restitution. We don't want none of that. Whoever the first commercial is, you can bet your ass for 100 years. Black folks ain't driving that car. We ain't using that soap. If we started doing shit like that.
Let me, you killing right now, but let me show you how cold the pimp game is. Let me show you how cold the pimp game is. What school is my son at currently, Kev?
Fresno State.
My son transferred from Auburn 8 months ago.
Okay.
He's at Fresno State.
Okay.
Just took pictures at Fresno State.
Okay.
Auburn just put out their 2017-2018 full schedule. They put out a promo picture of the full schedule. Guess whose body they using? Put that on camera. That's a picture of my son. They just
Because of
cut
that
his
one
head
game?
off.
Because of that one game, technically they could?
No. They're using his picture, his likeness, to promote this year's team.
He can sue him for that.
He not there.
He can sue him for that. Yeah, because those tattoos are unique.
I
So
don't
if he
think
can prove
he
those
can
tattoos.
No, you can't sue.
No. But the
You don't have the
point
contract with him
that
anymore.
I'm making is, let me tell you something about Bruce Pearl. Very controlling, very aware, controlling, in control of every aspect of that team. Hey Zoe, did you see the poster we used?
It's off.
I said, the poster you used? What do you mean? Oh yeah, new is on the poster that we used for the team poster. This is last year. I said, what do you news on the poster? I haven't seen it. Oh, let me show it to you. This motherfucker was excited. Now normally, this is a team poster. We put everybody on this poster, but we wanted to raise him up. I said, oh word. It was a picture of his fucking arm. Just his arm.
Well, you don't.
So the point that I'm making is this picture promoting this team this year that he's not a part of uses my son's body. See, let me tell you, man, they think they can do what the fuck they want because they're giving you inroads to this reality that you want, which is, I want to be wealthy, I want to be a star.
I'm going to dangle the shit that you would have anyway had I not stole it from you.
Do you understand? Now shut your mouth and do what the fuck I tell you so you can live the life you want to live. Then we get niggas who are afraid to speak out on it because they believe more in the illusion than they do in their own people.
Wow.
Damn.
We getting sold bullshit every day, and the thing that upsets me about all of this is that we keep buying it.
And eating it with a ladle.
That's the thing that I'm trying to bring to us as a people. When we gonna wake up? When we gonna come together? When we gonna cooperate? When we gonna collaborate? When we gonna continue to forgive and build meaningful bonds with each other? We can't do that with their narrative of what is successful. We don't have no authors in this community. Cultural authors. Social authors. I saw a motherfucker. I ain't gonna throw that out there. Go ahead, Jeff. And Kev, go ahead, shit.
I'm saving all the metaphors for news photo.
I got you.
During the rant, I'm going to need you to put those up and just hold it while I talk about that goddamn picture. It's infuriating. I think, like I said, there's going to, we are returning eventually to where we were, to where people of color run the earth again. It's just the people who are here now, who are not of color, cannot bear the shame of it happening on their watch, which is why you're having this tantrum. That's all it is. It's a goddamn tantrum. But I like to say, if you get in the way of the flood the universe has for me, all you're gonna get is wet. You're not gonna stop what's coming, and they're not gonna stop what's coming. Every empire based on paper currency has fallen. Everyone, and this one is it's dead already. It's just falling slow, and so we seem to think that shit is what it was. And it ain't. And there's a
Shit is what it was, but it ain't.
But it ain't. Oh, ain't that? That's
I like that. Shit is what it was.
You think shit is what it was, but
it ain't.
And there is a divide. There is a divide that is going to be huge in the next 10 years. And all you Jasper-ass shade tree house coons are going to have to live with the history you write. You cannot tell your future, but you write your own past. You motherfuckers are writing a past that you are going to be ashamed of. The Ray Lewises of the world. I never thought I would say Jim Brown, but he getting old. We're gonna throw dementia over in there. We're gonna say dementia with hot sauce. We're gonna throw that over there.
But you were right about it going beyond what people understand right now. See, Zoe said, talked about dreams, and in my opinion, brothers need to stop chasing dreams and start executing plans.
Woo!
And they don't, excuse me. And if you don't understand what's going on, you can never execute the correct plan. And so you have to get the information of what's going on, of how the system is being run. And so if you're, all this bullshit that's going on, this racism and Charlottesville and all this bullshit that they distracted you with, it's a major distraction. And if you allow yourself to be distracted like that, you are an idiot. In the true sense of the word, which is the commoner, the common person with no knowledge, as they used it back in the day.
The village
yes,
idiot.
The village idiot.
That guy.
That's what it means. So, and they bank on all of you being idiots in that sense. And that's why they dumb you down with Drake and LeBron James and all the rest of this bullshit.
Why them two?
Because they're the two top motherfuckers that everybody on. That's literally what's on everybody's mind. LeBron James, Drake. I'm just saying, just how they distract you with all this bullshit so that you don't see what's going on. If you don't consciously sit back and look at what's going on and take the time to say, you know what, this is some bullshit. Let me pull back from the emotion of what's going on and then really peep the in between. Let me read between the lines. If you don't do that, you're going to be fucked up and caught up in the storm. That's just how it is. But in terms of the system of how they create, of what they're doing right now, the whole monument thing.
Yeah.
There's how they're talking about the monuments and how they have these monuments up. So a monument actually means a place of burial or a grave. And so with these monuments, they really bury the truth of what America is, of how America was created. And so they get you on this whole slavery, racism thing. Most monuments, and most of them are in the South. There are about like 700 of them. And most of them are in the South because the South was fighting for slavery. They were trying to secede because of slavery. So all of these different monuments, but the people, the Caucasian people, these racist people who are fighting for them, they don't even understand the history of what's going on. Like most of those people who are fighting for monuments think that the South was trying to secede from the Union because they wanted states' rights, and that's the exact opposite. They were seceding because of slavery, and so. You have this now because of that. They're behind it with this emotion that they think their motivation is so righteous that this is history and this is our history about states' rights. So this is what's pushing them when they don't have the correct information. Like, dude, you don't even understand what the hell you're fighting for. And so I agree with Trump when he was like, yo. What about George Washington? What about Thomas Jefferson? Like, if you're gonna praise motherfuckers and have these people up with monuments, tear all those motherfuckers down.
That's what I'm saying.
Tear them all motherfuckers down.
That's what I'm saying. If America really wanted to be great, they would pursue to do that. They would pursue to eradicate everything that was race based.
Okay.
But they're not in that business. Go ahead, kid. Go ahead, Jeff. That's what we want.
I cannot bear it anymore.
You never can.
Oh my God.
Mom, stop.
We could make them take them down. We could make them. Really? Your state has a monument of an individual who either was a slave owner or promoted it or promoted the other side of the Civil War. Fine, we're leaving. We're leaving.
Bye.
What would you do if everybody black left? If we just left, they
but everybody black can't do it because everybody black is broke.
No. If you smoke enough weed, you'll see it in my head. You get. If we really doing something.
Don't touch my camera again.
I'm sorry. If we really doing something. What if everybody who claims to have over $1 million liquid that is black or sympathetic to our cause was bound to offer up 10% of that money to help anyone relocate?
Oh, man, that's Dr. G. Yeah. That's Dr. G. That's community ties.
Pimp shit. If Bill Cosby said, "Here's 10% of my paper," if Oprah and Jordan and shout out to Ice Cube with the 3-on-3,
I told you that shit was
watching.
Yep.
I'm never watching a regular basketball game again.
Yeah, you are.
And no, I'm not a basketball fan. I'm not a huge basketball. I don't watch. I might watch a playoff game. I really don't give a fuck. I'll watch Nova over a basketball game. However, because Ice Cube has something, I will go into my pocket and spend my money because that's what we need to see.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait. Let us say something.
So the finals for that.
That's a great
was in
story.
Vegas,
Look,
this weekend they had all that stuff this
In
weekend.
Vegas, right?
Fight,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, Ice Cube.
Right.
It was all
Yeah.
the finals this weekend in Vegas. I was up there for it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
He said thank you. I was there.
this nigga brought the show to a halt. This just in.
No, Jeff.
Back to you, Fred.
Jeff, on your thing. This goes back to the lack of the knowledge of organization and what was lost from melanated people. And I'm watching CNN one day, and this brother, he was on there. He was from the DNC. No, he was from the RNC, the Republican National Convention. And there's the big turmoil going on right now in the Republican Party. And so the RNC sends out certain talking points. See, and so I'm like, okay, wait a minute, this is what's going on. So everybody you see on TV, everybody that's around that's giving statements, who's a Republican or even a Democrat, they get talking points every day from the DNC or the RNC. And so that keeps everything that they want. It keeps it home. It keeps it focused. Brothers don't have shit like that. They don't have nothing like that where we're sending out talking points about our, saying our.
That's because we're
our
not
people.
together.
That's my point.
We
But
don't like each other.
But you can get some shit like that. Like they have to communicate. The dude who was talking, he was like, "Yo, I was the communications director, and it's just my job to make sure everybody's on the same mind, on the same mind state. We need to have somebody like that."
Okay. Who was there for the Asians?
But it doesn't make sense for these dudes, Sean McCoy, to come up there and talk about Colin Kaepernick ain't worth nothing, because he's standing up for everybody to people to pay attention to other social injustice. You have to see that.
And let him get snatched out of the car and get his ass beat.
And
Who doesn't see that? We all see that there's social injustice. Then why do you come up there and speaking illy of Kaepernick?
because there's more power in blacks
Right.
putting each other down
Yes.
than there is standing against injustice.
No, power is vegetable.
But listen,
Candy bars. There's more candy bars in it.
No. Hear what I mean by that. Niggas can't stunt on white people.
Yeah.
Woo!
They can't.
Go deeper.
It's easier to stunt on another nigga. There's Dr. Phil. What's your payoff? There's a payoff in stunting when blacks stunning on other.
Dr. Phil talking to Quincy Jones about the whole thing.
Listen, man, stop stunting. But that's what I'm saying. Like, for blacks, it feels better. Nigga, there's a charge. Nigga, I'm better than you, nigga.
Right.
Right. Nigga, you in a Honda Accord, nigga. I'm outside in a motherfucking Bentley, nigga. What's happening with you? It's more power in that than, cause look,
Status.
if I stand up, all of us, against the system coming after me. It's coming after us, nigga. They coming after you. Right? They coming after me. They coming after you, nigga. Don't bring that shit round to these pots.
That's a white sugar in his rice.
Yeah,
That's a fake stat. That's a fake perceived status.
But that's my point. That's my point. I'm so disappointed in the fact that black men are so afraid to stand.
Ooh, how you look at your woman?
No.
How you look at your kids?
Shit. You got some women that are urging you to be passive to the system.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how they preserve their dream of who they think you are.
That's how they preserved life back in the day.
Go ahead, go deeper.
That's
Say
how
more.
they preserved life, okay? Here was the problem, okay? You ain't gonna just scoop up a bunch of Zulu warriors and mix them with niggas who was here already. And you just gonna just make them do some shit. Here what we gonna have to do. We gonna get y'all all together tonight, and we gonna round up the two biggest bunks.
Buck.
Yeah.
Bucky.
One of them, we gonna the toughest one. We gonna beat him senseless, tar him, feather him.
Get
Now,
Bucky
tar,
in here.
Yeah. Please understand, this tar is melting your skin off. When you hear somebody tarred and feathered, the tar is not
cold.
lukewarm.
Yeah, it ain't.
It ain't lukewarm. Nigga.
Right.
It's
piping hot.
boiling hot. So we gonna tar him, feather him, tie him to 2 different horses, and pull him apart in front of everyone. The second toughest nigga, we gonna beat him damn near to death and tell him that it'll happen again to him if he stand up, and tell all these sisters out here, if you don't want this to happen to your son, you better tell him to beware of me.
Wow, listen to
And
this.
that turns into welfare. That turns into the sister got a job, the brother don't. That turns into subconsciously, I cannot respect you because you cannot protect me.
Ooh. Hallelujah. In the name of Jesus. Listen, in the name of the good shit Jesus, my nigga. Now, somebody just...
That's a tattoo. In the name of the good shit Jesus, comma,
my nigga.
my nigga.
No, somebody just hit us on the YouTube channel that said, at what point do we acknowledge that the social programming of this evil system is too effective for the truth of self-autonomy to be actualized into our reality?
God damn.
We can't come together because these niggas got 2K18 programming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The programming is too effective.
That they started working on in 78.
Damn. Is the program of capitulation and submission too powerful for us to unify, at least on an economic level, at least on a communal level? I mean,
No, you don't need a whole lot of people. You just need the right people.
Say more. Go deeper.
It's man. I've said many times, man. There's this whole push for black people need to link up, and and I'm about, dude.
You saying fuck all that,
man?
Right? That's
fuck
what
your
you're saying.
same skin. If you get with somebody with the same skin color and you guys are of the same mind state, of the same vibration mentally, then great. Roll out with that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
But everybody with the same skin tone aren't on the same goddamn page. That's just the
Skin
way
is
that shit
secondary.
is. So, you know what I'm saying? You got dumbass motherfuckers in every goddamn culture and race.
Yeah.
So, again, you want to get with somebody who thinks like you. And that's usually what harmony is. So, you got conductivity or semiconductivity and superconductivity. The difference between the two is when energy moves through a certain medium and it loses energy, that's semiconductivity. So, say you got energy moving through a wire, the heat that's created through the energy moving through the wire is a loss of energy.
That's also entropy.
That's called eddy current
Right.
loss.
So superconductivity is when you have 2 points resonating at the same frequency, and then energy can flow between those 2 points at no loss forever without anything. And so that's also called harmony. So again, that's who you want to get with, somebody where your frequency or you're both vibrating on the same frequency, and then that energy now you're harmonizing, and then you can really mash the fuck out. But if you're not with people like you just get with somebody because they got the same skin tone, you're gonna be fucked up. You're gonna be fucked up a lot.
No question. No.
So that's my, you know what I'm saying, that's my take on it.
Man, that's good. That's good shit. But I do say this because every time somebody just comes out and says something like they want attention, like even with the great, listen, I ain't got nothing but respect. Bobby Glanton Smith introduced me to him.
Who's this?
Jim Brown.
Oh yeah.
He spoke with my son, and I ain't got nothing but respect. But I think sometimes when we talking on, pertinent shit, and I know they probably caught him off guard, walked up to him, put the mic in his face, and asked him a question. You know how they do.
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes some shit should not be said publicly.
Didn't he say "My America, my flag" or something?
Yeah, like,
Well, sometimes you just gotta.
But listen, that takes me back to this watch. I'm gonna throw it to you, Jeff, right here. That takes me back to this question, because listen to this, Jeff. This is for
Yes,
you.
sir. I'm all over it. I'm listening.
If the so-called modern-day African American wasn't considered fully human, 3/5, during the construction of the Constitution, why are we obligated to respect the national anthem? Going back to the elder, this is my flag. This is my country. Don't disrespect my flag. Wait a minute. None of the shit in the Constitution, as it was being written, had you in mind.
Actually, it is your flag. The way my house is my dog's house.
That's. Go ahead, Jeff. Please go there.
When my dog, you come in my house. Come in my house right now. Right now, there's nobody there, but the horrible fucking Shih Tzu that belongs to my wife. Shit's right in the name.
Shit Tzu.
Yes.
This guy.
80-pound American Bulldog. You come in my house if you want to. If you ain't on her velvet,
that bulldog is a problem.
yeah. You ain't on her. If you ain't on her velvet rope list, that's your ass. That's your ass. She not fucking with you. She ain't worried. She is on your monkey ass. I love her to death. But if she growl at my son, I will show everybody a side of her known and seen, the inside, because I will open that bitch up. That's who Jim Brown is in this America. He is the dog that growls loudest for it.
Gosh.
That's all you niggas are.
Gosh, I don't want to
You
know that.
niggas are a half a tick under the police. The police are just janitors with guns.
Now see, I respect Jim Brown.
I do. I'm a brother.
I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying, like, for me, like, even that statement, I agree with it 100%. But I feel like J.R. Smith, when J.R. Smith told all these other motherfuckers, he said, y'all holla at Kaepernick yourself. Why y'all niggas getting on social media and going to the newsletter? Why don't y'all holler at Kaepernick yourself if you got issue with what he did? Holla at him yourself like a man. I'm not saying what you're saying is incorrect in any way, shape, or form. I'm saying, can we have the discussion about what Kaepernick should be doing, this, that, and the third, behind closed doors? I know you got caught off guard, and I'm going to call him Baba Brown.
Yes.
Because he's an elder.
Yes.
But damn, did you have to say which? Because again, these are victories for the system. Brown is with us. Because that's how it can be twisted, that's how it can be manipulated, that's what the media does.
I don't know that I care about that. I am this.
But if you have people who consume the media like a nutritional fucking multivitamin, who doesn't have the understanding and awareness of the nuance of what he's saying can be used against him.
You mean the light reflecting from whatever screen they're watching is the only sunshine they really get?
And there you have it.
That's where they're getting their vitamin D from the rays.
Do you underdig? It ain't even real. You underdig?
Wow.
Fuck.
Well,
go ahead, Kev.
The 3/5 clause, I just want to clarify that real quick. That wasn't necessarily about you not being human.
Say more.
You go look at the language. Everything in law, every word means something legally. So what you think it may mean in colloquial, everyday language, it may not mean that in law. An idiot. Thank you. In idiot language. So if you go in there, it talks about it says 3/5 of persons, 3/5 of all of the persons. That's a legal word. Person.
Say more.
It didn't have anything to do with
Human flesh.
Right, human flesh. It was a legal term in order to get, it's about taxing. And so the more people that you had under your state, you can have more delegates and eventually get more electoral college votes. So that's what that shit was about. Because if you also read the whole clause, it says including servants. It says servants for a number of years. So when you're back in that time, you were either a servant, an indentured servant, or a slave. So there were also melanated people who were indentured servants. So it didn't necessarily mean black people or melanated people as far as your skin. It was a legal classification, because if you were a melanated person, you were a melanated person who was an indentured servant, then you were included in that. But if you weren't, if you were designated as a slave, that was your classification, then you were under that. And so you had to understand law. Like the Constitution is super law. Remember, these motherfuckers didn't have Twitter and YouTube and all the rest of this shit. So they focused all their shit on academics. So when they wrote that Constitution, it was some major legal shit. And if you don't understand legal words that have completely different meanings, there's something called King's English and Queen's English. Queen's English is everyday language that you speak. King's English is law specifically, and it has a completely different meaning. So again, 3/5 of all of the persons was just a legal classification in order to get more votes, more taxes, and more votes eventually under the Electoral College.
Understood. Here's the little hiccup in that for me, is that regardless to where you put yourself in the 1700s, indentured servant, slave, free man, wealthy man, there were places then as there are places now that if you were caught by the wrong people, you could grow 4 inches. And that don't have a goddamn thing to do with the legality of why the 3/5 compromise was put together. If the 3/5 compromise can be construed or has anything to do with counting people as property, I have a problem with that. I take issue with that. It says it right in the Constitution that these words are for white men. It says it right there.
Where does it say that?
I don't think it says that.
Oh yeah, it does. I was just looking at it last night.
Show me that.
I'll show you that. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I find.
Please find
Y'all
out.
speak on that yourself.
I took that class on Constitution. I don't see that.
Okay.
But I don't put it past them.
But the Constitution, again, wasn't written by just Caucasian people. You guys got to know your history.
I was going to ask you to talk about the
Lenape. Yeah, you got the Lenapes, you got the Native Americans who had the Great Law of Peace before these people even started to put together the Constitution. They studied under the Native Americans for 20 years before they even started to put the Constitution together. And they got it from, if you go and
what does Lenape mean?
We the people. So that's where they got it.
You sure it don't mean smallpox on your blanket?
It means we the people.
That's a native tribe.
And so they spoke
Lenape, we the people.
Yeah. You sure it don't mean beat your kids in the head with boot heels so we can save bullets? Because that's what happened to the people who sat in and drafted the Constitution with the white folks.
That's not what happened, bro.
That's not what happened. Maybe it didn't. My bad.
What did
happen?
Catch us up, Nick.
Yeah, help me, because all the shit I've heard.
Part of the story.
Yeah. Forget. Yeah. Here. Let me throw out my bullshit part of the story. I need you to clean this up. Okay. I'm working with just the Cliff Notes here. Lots of Native Americans and black people were here, and these diseased white people showed up, and they took care of these diseased white people, and the diseased white people grew in strength and in numbers, and eventually slaughtered hundreds of millions of them and moved in on their land. Now, if you could tell me, if you could frame how the Constitution cleans that up as opposed to supports it, I would love to hear that.
I didn't say it cleans it up. What I'm saying is, as being part of the people who drafted the Constitution, if you understand your rights, you can go back and reclaim that. Now you're right. After they did all that stuff, they came in, they wiped them out, and did all the smallpox and all that stuff. But again, it's still about knowing the law and claiming your rights. Dude, there's something called acquiescence and tacit consent.
Yes.
If you do not claim what is yours, then you by law you are presumed to give it up.
So do this, because acquiescence. Explain acquiescence to them in a legal sense.
Acquiescence.
People don't understand that,
right? To acquiesce is to do nothing. So in a legal sense, also there's something called acquiescence and presumption in law. So a presumption in law means it's called a presumption will stand. I
presume you don't give a fuck.
Right. So in law, a presumption will stand until somebody comes and challenges the presumption. So this is whatever it is. So if I infringe on your right and you say nothing, then it is presumed by law that you gave up that right. until you challenge. This is what it's called. Legal. Look it up. Legal presumption will stand. That's like, it's almost like possession. 9/10 of the law. When you presume something to be true in law and you act on that, and then someone else does not challenge it, then that law that's basically law.
You just move into a vacant house. Don't nobody challenge you.
And
hey.
bam.
Well,
There you go. Acquiescence. So your rights.
You're gonna go to jail if you're a nigga though.
No, not that brother in Texas.
They gonna come see you.
Brother in Texas.
$6.
Brother in Texas, $16.
Was it 16?
$16. He paid $16 to find out the law that they had on the Texas books that allowed him to take over the house. And those white people in that neighborhood, that rich neighborhood, they are pissed as hell.
Wait, just goddamn
They
minute!
are so pissed off. They don't know what to do.
Travis, what happened, Travis?
All right. I came home from a long week of long haul trucking. And, I'm back in my truck in. I go in the house, see this fella of, how shall we say, African descent.
Can you say that again for me, please?
This fellow of African descent. I thought it was kind of strange, he's checking the mail. That's something odd for a delivery boy to do. I mean, shit. When's the last time somebody cut your grass also checked your mail? They're a free country. You can let your black people do whatever you let them do, Next morning, some bitch comes out in house shoes and waves. I'm calling up all the other white folks, all my other neighbors. And I'm like, anybody want to speak on he trying to make small talk. Thank you, Betty, for the bunt cake. And make a little small talk. And then Jimmy steps up. Who's that nigger across the street? That's what I wanted to know. Everybody wanted to wait a minute. All right. You probably worked hard, you work hard, you move up, that's a whole good times thing. We're moving on up. You understand? Good times thing. I get it. You want to move, you want to make your circumstances better. I didn't know that house is for sale. What are houses going for around here? 185, 195,000? Yeah, that's about right. About right. I understand. Yeah. This son of a bitch got this house for $6. This son of a bitch. You mean he put down a 20 and somebody gave him $4 back? For a fucking house?
He got a house
across the street from me.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying there's going to be a rally of any sort. But I'm personally going to go and buy myself a 7-foot lowercase t. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, shit. Hey,
flammable.
Travis Bickle just made a fucking appearance.
And we wish he hadn't.
Hey, we got a caller on the line. Let's get to the caller before we get to Jeff Brown's intellectual rant. Welcome to the ZoWhat Morning Show. I'm Zoe Williams. Speak on it. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. All right, let's get to the next one. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Okay, so there. Okay, cool. They weren't trying to get through. Anyway, look, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to come back to Jeff Brown's intellectual rant. But let me make this special request out to the YouTube followers. Please click the super chat button. It's at the bottom. You can see it. It's like a little $sign. Whatever you can donate, we'd appreciate it. We need to see a movement on the donations. We're looking for 10 people. What did we say? Did we say 10 people?
No, you said.
I said 30 people.
30 people.
We're looking for 30 people to donate at least $100. Can you do that right now? Right there on the super chat button, it's a little $sign. Donate live to our YouTube. We're broadcasting live. If you go to youtube.com/the ZoWhat Show, you can see us live right now. I'm just asking for 30 people. There's 400 people in the chat room right now. Let's get 30 of those to donate $100 a piece. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll be back with Jeff Brown's intellectual rant.
say that. Okay. I teach the class. And if you did, you listen to me. I got a contribution. From the government. He got every walk that he said, went down with the government.
Some game, they want one and the same. It's the one and blame. I'm going to organize because each and every night you gotta do it right. Y'all about to know some game, they want one and the same. Cupid's the one to blame. I'm about to shed some light because each and every night you gotta do it right. What you know about that? Hey, don't you know I got a kid out there? Working in church. All the words. What you know about that?
But she kind of back in the picture a little bit. Yeah, don't say that.
Yourself, I take you on a trip down memory lane. This is not a rap or I'm speaking crack or cocaine. This is the second year we yakking cocaine. Now the time I saw you cut the shots that we ain't doing your brain. Hopefully hanging, keep lucky right now. We're busy, got ugly moving your head out the window. Check yourself warriors and coders, euphoria and society. The virus, the first one to get killed. In the last skin, nigga, with his brains blown out. At the same purpose, never doing the same now. This is not a typical same baby. But ever since the day I was listening to just a
I typed a text to the girl I used to see, saying that I showed this cute time with whom I wanna be. And I apologize if this message gets you down. And I see every girl that I see around town. And I can see y'all around, but I never see her smiling. Witness all around me, true, but I'm no island. Finesse it away. Makes no sense, I know crazy.
Yeah. Like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ZoWhat Morning Show back in the building. Hey, it's going down in the town. I need y'all to understand something, man. The ZoWhat Show is about real life work through real life discussions. We want to have real life discussions, right? That challenge people to think differently. I don't want anybody to be disrespected by anything we put out. We don't know everything, but we are opinionated, and I think in a constructive way, because we want to have discussions that lead us in a progressive way to learn, to get better, to be accountable, to own our shit, what we're responsible for. We don't want to blame. We want to be claimers, but we also want to be framers and authors of our own reality. And that's why we have these types of conversations. Jeff Brown is famous
For fuck your feelings, call in.
for what he's about to do. Jeff Brown's intellectual rant.
Speaking of that, could you please pull up that picture of young brother New Williams? Shout out to the young lion. What's going on, man? Keep your head up.
Well, his old coach just texted me and said they're gonna change it. They're gonna fix it.
Well, it's too late. It's too late. I saw it, and we need to put this up. We need to, yes. Y'all need to see this. It's very important.
Are we gonna put it up?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I am going to narrate.
Just show it.
Just
put it over there.
Just
Show
put
it.
it over there. Watch that and listen to me. Here is this would be what was going on when they were deciding to put up this picture of Lou Williams.
Mm-hmm.
We having technical difficulties?
Nah.
I know I did the speaker.
No, we're good. You focus on what you
Okay.
want. We're good.
All right.
Over here.
It's the new season. Well, what are we going to do? Well, we've got to promote athleticism.
Nothing says athleticism like young Negro buck. Which one are we going to use? Oh, it doesn't matter. They all work out, don't they? Just use one of them. But aren't they going to believe that are they going to brag? What are they going to brag about? All you have to do is put one of them up and tell his parents that that's him. The black people will do the rest. That's my baby right there. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, have you dealt with his father? I mean, Mr. Williams he's not like the rest of them. One of these things is definitely not like the other. Well, it's been in my travels with black people, I have found that usually if you can give them some kind of popularity or shiny shit, they're good to go. So we really don't need, who they are is unimportant. What they can do is paramount. And as long as we can keep separated who they are from what they can do, we can continue to rule. So just put the picture up with no head, no body, no particular individual to claim this excellence to. We'll just keep it the ambiguous Negroes. And we'll put them in a position where they can hope to be better. We'll put them in a position, we'll take a sliver of their natural excellence that's easy to them. In the words of D.L. Hughley, niggas are good at shit you can do free at the park. We'll use that end of them with no head for our gains. And that's all they've been doing for the past 200 years, is using that part of you without your head. Everything you have to give is given without your head, without your thought, without your consideration. All we need from you is that cross-section of you to do our bidding. And how dare you ask for anything other in return than the opportunity to do the aforementioned. In entertainment, you are compensated for the number of people you can distract. This is why churches are tax-free. This is why big church pastors have airplanes, why they have mansions. It's the government's way of saying thank you so much for letting me know that your 25,000 member congregation is directly asleep from Sunday from 10:30 to 2 and indirectly sleep for the rest of the fucking week.
Wow.
Thank you so much for that. How can I tax you? You've done me such a favor. Look around, black people. You have exactly what you planned on having. And if you did no planning, then you don't have shit. We have exactly what we planned for 40 years ago. And so do white people. They've been planning this shit for years, and I'm not talking about white people that wear plaid. It's so funny. Dear white person that's been put in charge of listening to us, if you wear plaid, or you have a Facebook page, or you shop at Walmart, or you drive an elevated truck, if you drive, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the power elite. I'm talking about the people who make the rules that don't want your white, unlearned, unwashed, country idiot ass at the country club either. You can't go to the same places that I can't go. They don't give a fuck about you either. You've just been put in place. You are the ball bearings that keep racism moving. Racism is an economic function first, and a genetic survival function second. Oh, wow. Go keep going. Oh, okay. A genetic survival function.
Yeah, I know you got more.
Okay. You're going to see the same thing in one of my things coming up for the show, The Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown.
The Inappropriate Hour is going to air on Dash Talk Radio
next month.
By the way, Zoe is one of the directors of Dash Talk Radio. Look
Yes,
at that. They
yes, and he's
then I had
EP
to
in my
bring
show.
him in. Yes, I had to bring him in.
My man. See, all that shit made me forget my fucking point. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it'll come.
Okay. Here's what here's what is happening to you, and you don't even seem not to give a fuck. Is you're slowly. You can't just do it tomorrow, but we're gonna slowly, methodically, electronically, socially bring slavery back. It's never really left.
Okay.
Slavery is an energy. And like other energies, it never dissipates. It just changes form. You are your own slave. Guess what, slaves? To this weekend, I want you motherfuckers to pay $100 to watch a dude fight a dude that he really shouldn't be fighting. And you know what you did with slave asses? You either paid the money, or you hovered around other niggas who paid the money, or you really flossed and went there so people could see you, because that's all exclusivity is. Exclusivity is driven by lack and desire. In order for you to be fly, another motherfucker gotta want what you got and can't get it. That's the definition of fly. Wow. We gotta stop making what white folks got fly, because really, they don't know what fly is until they look at you.
Damn. All right.
From Superfly.
How about it?
So let me just reset the topic. Today's topic, man. I felt it was important because I feel like we caught up in this illusionary existence.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
we talked about it earlier. Build and destroy. Does racism make America great? What does that mean, Zoe? Should American policymakers consider taking down all symbols of past slavery in order to help America as a whole move past racism? And if there's a reluctance to do that, is that in effect saying racism is part of the fabric and we can't take it out, because if we did, that would then be un-American? Do you understand? That angst is a part of what makes, or that conflict is a part of what makes America America.
That's the fabric, man.
That's the fabric. So, because Donald Trump brought it up himself, and I thought it was very, very interesting. He said, well, if we take down one statue, we got to go all the way. George Washington had 317 slaves.
I agree.
If he had 317 slaves, please understand, slavery was property. Property lets you know how wealthy you are. No, it's not. It's not necessarily money. It's wealth.
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't know the difference between money and wealth.
Well, what I mean,
when you had slaves, you had wealth.
Right. Money is cheese. Wealth is the cow.
Yes.
But that's not necessarily true, because you had a gang of brothers who had slaves, and they weren't wealthy. They just had some slaves. So like 28%, dude, 28% of free blacks own slaves. And so, whereas only like 1 to 2% of Caucasians own slaves, and that was most of the people in the South, the elite motherfuckers in the South. So you weren't necessarily wealthy because you had a slave. So what I mean by money is it was a medium,
George
it was a
Washington
medium of exchange.
was wealthy, and his wealth was derived off of the backs of the 317 slaves he had.
Right, I'm saying, yeah.
Now,
you
this
have a lot of
motherfucker
slaves, yeah.
didn't have to tie his fucking shoes.
I'm saying if you got a lot of slaves,
281,
but slavery was not necessarily wealth. It was a medium of exchange. You can use a slave just like you could use a dollar. I'm gonna exchange my slave for this. So that's what I mean by money. It was a medium of exchange. But yeah, the more slaves you got, the wealthier you were. But even wealth didn't mean a one person. The wealth means welfare. The definition, right. And wealth was actually meant for community. That's why you have commonwealth.
You got 300 slaves. Shit, you gotta feed them. What a reason they're going to eat each other.
But so wealth has nothing to do with money. It was more about community. If you had wealth, it was about everybody doing well. That's what wealth comes. That's what wealth.
But that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, if that's in the fabric of the nation, and we have, whatever you want to call it, real people, persons, not persons, whatever the fuck you want to say, right. We have always been seen as the outsiders. Right? You niggas are over there, and yeah, we got to deal with you. We brought a lot of you here. Fuck, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, what do we do with them now?
I don't know. How is this gonna happen? If we're gonna fuck with them, they gotta be a certain kind of way. Shit, how do we make them a certain kind of way? We got social engineering, education. No, we can't give them the real education.
All right, look at it this way. We had a big fucking party. We had a big, goddamn it, this party was huge. We had 25 million paper plates. Now the paper plates served their purpose. But now the party's over. What the fuck are we gonna do with these 25 million paper plates? You can't wash them shit. What are you gonna do with them? They're everywhere. Goddamn it, the residue on them, it's turning into mold. I mean, what the fuck? There's 25 million plates. So imagine what we're gonna. I mean, imagine my imagine my angst. Imagine my problem that I gotta. I mean, what do you do with them? What do you do? I mean, they're fucking your daughters. You gotta do something, shit.
The real
My
shit,
property fucks.
The real shit they did though, they gave you roots. They gave you roots to fuck up people's minds and get you on. And Roots, people don't know, was written by two white dudes.
Yes.
Murray Fisher, who was the editor of Playboy, and Harold Corlander, who wrote a book called The African. And Alex Haley plagiarized from both of these. Well, he didn't plagiarize from Murray Fisher. Murray Fisher actually wrote it with their consent. He wrote it, and then they would collaborate, sort of. But it was Murray Fisher writing the whole shit, and then he stole about 100 pages from
Murray Fisher.
And he had to actually pay Harold Corlander. Harold Corlander sued him, and he had to pay him money because he stole money out of the book. So all you people going around with these images in your mind about slavery and how it was over here is bullshit. It was that shit was you getting that shit from Roots, and that shit was written by two Caucasian people in order to make you think that and keep you in a sub-mind class.
Say more. You got some side knowledge. Where did that? We need links.
Here's what
you need the sites. Bring it all the way down.
Okay, before you do, I need the side knowledge to contain this. It has to tell me the difference between Roots, 12 Years a Slave, and how the sum total of those is different than a class of people, a group of people being subjugated predominantly by their race, even though there are people in their race who were doing it.
I didn't see 12 Years a Slave.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about that movie.
Okay, basically it's a movie about this well-to-do, well-spoken, well-dressed, well-heeled black man who gets poisoned, who gets sedated, and gets shipped and sold into slavery.
UPS.
Showed up. Now, old boy was Boston. Yeah. He got FedExed over into some Master Gilmore's property. Okay.
Some bullshit.
He was in Boston. He was kicking it in Boston. He was well dressed. He sat down to a meeting with these white dudes. They slipped him a Mickey. When he woke up,
they drugged him.
Oh my Lord, for 12 years. Okay, so what I'm gonna need is your version to explain to me how different and how uncruel and how black families weren't stripped from one another and how black people were not hung and killed at will and how the basic fabric, the core financial fabric of America is not 300 plus years of free labor and how that's different from Roots. If you can make that.
It's free labor, but I mean, if you go back and you look at the mentality of what a slave owner had to be, you can't really rule with a cruel hand like that. You heard that get more flies with honey. So
you actually catch more flies with shit.
But again,
I've never seen flies. I've spilled honey and I've seen dog turds. I mean, as soon as the turds come out of my dog's ass, there's flies.
But again, it's what I'm saying. It's being nicer to the slave would actually get you farther than beating the crap out of him. It's the same reason why they don't really torture people for information, because the person will tell you anything you want if you fucking torture them. So and also they understood back then that brothers would riot and fucking and rise up. So they were like, look, it was a lot of those uprisings on plantations. So they, for the most part, if you go back and you do the research, the cruel slave masters were very far were few.
Because the people who own, there was. You just hear about them more. You just hear about them more. Just like you don't hear about.
Yeah, we do.
Just like you don't hear about.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
I got it. Take a break.
What? No, just like you don't hear about the same thing of when the Moors went over and they took over Spain and how all the shit that they did. So I'm saying,
No, you know what? Let me just a sidebar. Let me show you this, Kev, because I'm studying this shit right now. Always listen. Here's one of my little secrets.
Oh shit.
The Great Courses Plus. Sign up for this. It's just like $20 a month.
Okay.
Right? What they do, these are all classes by college professors, lectures, right? You got the Ottoman Empire.
Right.
The one I'm currently studying is what you're just talking about.
Pimp Sub Host.
No, the Moorish Empire. But they got it as an episode when they're talking about just Spain. They're talking about the history of Spain. But in there, they talk about the Moorish Empire. Now, let me tell you something about scholarship. When you don't control the source knowledge, just like when you're writing a script. Say I'm writing a script about a true story. There has to be source knowledge of the true story for me to extrapolate the story out of it and turn it into a script.
right.
So, for instance, M. Night Shyamalan. This motherfucker did The Last Airbender.
Oh,
Lot of source knowledge from the Nickelodeon cartoon.
right. And he didn't put none of
And he
that.
fucked it all up. He fucked up all the source knowledge.
Fucked it off.
So, I'm using this to make the point. These motherfuckers want to talk about Spain's history, have obfuscated the truth of the Moors.
They didn't put the Tariq.
They're like,
Tariq in there.
no. It's how they frame it. It's, well, the term Moor was used for many Arabs and many Africans that came in, and it just talked about all the people that were in South Europe, North Africa.
It did so incorrectly.
But they framed it like Moor meant all of these people.
Right.
Now, now, this is an American teaching. But if you go on YouTube and look up the BBC documentary, the one you showed me,
History of the Moor in Spain.
when the Moors
ruled in Europe, right?
The Moors ruled in Europe. They were over here running shit.
Now, the BBC documentary is telling the truth.
Right.
Because she said, listen, Moor means swarthy,
Yep.
black. They came from Africa. And Spain is actively trying to obfuscate, cover that history.
They came to
She
Europe
said
and
that.
ran through our women like millions of plates of hot Indian.
She said that. So this is why I'm skeptical of even scholarship. Because what version of the Bible are you reading? They come out with a new version every year to cover up shit that, we left that out. That could ruin Christianity. Let's make sure we leave the word Meseroth transcribed. What the fuck is transcription? Let me finish this. It's when you take a word from another language and spell it out in English. What?
Almost phonetically.
It's when you spell it out phonetically. Meseroth. Why is Meseroth in the Bible? Because we don't want motherfuckers to know that the Hebrew word Meseroth means zodiac.
Yep.
Wow.
That's what the fuck it means.
Yep.
So you got to challenge scholarship. Because scholarship is prepared for you just like GMO foods, GMO knowledge.
Yep.
That makes the Bible, if they keep coming up with new versions of it, the Bible is just basically software.
That's it. That's what it is.
Good damn
There
analogy.
we go.
Great analogy.
The Bible is software for your programming. And every time they find a bug in it, read truth. We gotta go back and fix this bug. But we can't fix it so that it doesn't connect itself to what came before, because we got people running old programs out there.
There you go.
We got to keep the people running the old programs.
No floppies.
We got motherfuckers still somewhere running Windows 98.
Absolutely, Jeff. Say
We
more.
got to keep him
Keep going.
and the dude that's running Windows 10, both using Microsoft Word. How do we do that?
Right.
We gotta change Zodiac to Meseroth. That way, we can have both of them praise the Lord and show it with my airplane gas.
Right. And then with my airplane gas.
Nigga. Both of them show with my airplane gas. But no, dude. Jesus.
But again, I want to come back and say, you can't. I mean, people are getting smarter, I believe.
They are. Information is.
You can't say in one breath, we're all one. With the economic gap the way that it is.
Right.
With the education gap the way that it is.
Right.
Look at the prisoner gap the way that it is. With the unemployment gap the way that it is. You can't say we're all one people and we just love each other and we're gonna be together and we're Americans and everything is great. America has to acknowledge its inequity. What do I mean by inequity? The things that are unequal. Listen, America can't be great unless white people join the fight against inequality in all of its forms.
That's true.
Right? If it's one thing to have the 70% of the NFL to say, fuck it, we boycott. That would shut shit down. It's another thing to have the 30% of the white people that play NFL football to step up and go, we not down with this shit the way you treating our brothers. Isn't NFL football the ultimate team game?
Yep. It's supposed to be.
Supposed to be. Shit. Just keep blocking for me, nigga.
But you never usually will change things massively within a system unless you get some of the people who are in power to help the people who are not in power to change the system. That's usually how it always is.
That's the trick. That's the bleeding heart of the liberal. See, you got a lot of people who will give to homeless people just so they can feel better.
Right. Yep. It's all about.
It's not even about the homeless person. It's
about,
shit.
I
feel guilty. Yep. Let me get this nigga $5.
Exactly.
Fuck.
And you be thinking about that for the next couple of days. Yep.
Right. So again, but you're not gonna change your life to change the bum's life. You're not finna Mother Teresa it. Right?
Right.
Mother Teresa is in the book Power versus Force. And he was talking about how she vibrated over 500 on his scale. The over 500, 540, love, joy, ecstasy, she vibrated at a high level. Because her whole thing was about giving love. It wasn't giving services. Right. Services was just part of it, but it was giving love. So again, if we're going to throw love around, this is why our relationships is fucked up. Our relationships are bastardized. Because we don't really love, we don't really give. Everything is an investment. Everything has an expectation that's connected to a payoff. We're not really trying to do the things that would change the world. We're not doing anything that would change ourselves. We're really mercenaries. And with black people, we tend to prey on each other because, like I said earlier, there's a payoff in preying on each other. Yep. You can't really prey on no white folk because the white folk gonna come back on you.
Yep. In teams. They gonna come back on you. They gonna come back on you in force in teams, which we don't understand how to do just yet.
Jeff had to go do that.
Is it?
You did.
But no, again, unity, man. We gonna say this for the rest of our lives until we're dead off this planet. Unless you get with somebody who is of the same vibration, the same mind state as you, nothing you do. What's that line from the Color Purple? Everything you think about gonna fail. Put that root on them. That's a universal root on all the brothers. Unless you get with people who are of the same mind state, of the same higher vibration that you would tend to be on to make things happen and make things move, everything you do is gonna fail. Okay? So again, get out there and hook up with motherfuckers, whoever the fuck it is. If y'all of the same team, same mind state, get out there. I don't give a fuck if they motherfucking a midget. Roll with them motherfuckers. If they're smart in mind, if they got motivation, they got resources, get with them motherfuckers. You have to.
Do you know how many people have reached out to me and be like, man, you're talking too much?
Talking too much about what?
You dropping too much information. You saying too much. It's dude. You got to do it differently. You're too loud with it. It's too much. And that's what we've been doing for the past. How old is education for the African American?
It's education.
65 years. For the African American, I'm saying for the African motherfucker here in America, black dude in America.
When they start letting us read,
how old is it?
How old is it in the 50s or something? Universally,
right?
Universally.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? And part of coming up has been getting down. You got to get down with the system in order to come up. Get down means bend the knee.
Bend the knee.
Bend the knee, my nigga.
Prostrate yourself.
Prostrate to this system. I bring you guys Krishnamurti. A lot of people didn't know about fucking Krishnamurti. You don't know what the fuck that is? I've been talking about Krishnamurti for over 10, 15, 20 years
20
now.
years.
You better read Krishnamurti. One of Krishnamurti's standout sayings: it is no measure of good health to be fully integrated into a sick society. You get niggas on CNN crying when they hear Trump say there's good people on both sides of this white conflict. You get niggas saying, you better hush your mouth and cover up your tattoo and put that tie on and get a haircut, get a lineup. You need to change your hair, Colin.
Cut your hair.
Cut your hair. So, for 45, 60 years, right? However old education is for the African American, what, 65 years?
Right.
There's been a component of capitulation. Connected to capitulation, there has been assimilation to a narrative that you didn't write. So now the author of that narrative becomes your authority.
You wasn't even in the writing room. They came up with this shit.
And niggas came out at birth and handed you a script. I need you to memorize this.
Read this through it.
Highlight the good parts.
Do you see what I'm saying? So I then turn to my brothers and say, how man are you? Ooh. How man are you? I tell my son was just here. I was like, look, man. MAN. Manifest answers now. Figure out what you got to do to maintain where you are, but also to take yourself
To the next
higher.
level, next level.
Nothing happens in life that you can't transmute and turn into a positive thing.
Right.
That's it.
That you can't transmute into fuel for your purpose and passion.
Get your caballion on, son.
I'm telling my son, I'm telling him this. Because, oh man, they don't have this, they don't have that, they do that. I don't give a fuck what they don't have.
Yeah.
What you need to do is take what they do have and turn it into what you can use.
Right.
If you use what it is you have got, then you will not need what it is you have not.
But that's what it is. And I'm saying we're creative enough. We're spiritual enough.
We are enough.
We're knowledgeable enough. We're enough.
We
are enough. Do you see how they're separating us? You don't see no TV networks specifically for the black man, but you'll see a TV network specifically for the black woman. You'll see Insecure is for the sisters.
Right.
And all the sisters is galvanized around that. Listen, black girls rock. What about black men rock? What about black families rock? What about black love rock?
Right.
You see them catering to the sister, and the sister is empowered and emboldened as she should be. But we should empower each other. We should embolden each other. And again, all we got
Emboldened to do what to whom?
But you already know what to do, what and with whom. That's us. Emboldened to work together. Emboldened to organize. Emboldened to cooperate with each other. To collaborate. To consider. To value.
Damn. Damn.
To value each other. Otherwise, we're going to be on TV crying because we're going to find out that the fucking illusion of America is an illusion. I can't believe he did that and he said they was good people. Get your coon ass off TV.
Motherfuckers gotta have some ambition for everything you talking about.
Well, I don't think you know what? Here, yes,
Well-
yes. I'm gonna follow that.
Well, let me give a definition.
Yes, sir.
Ambition is not the desire for success. The actual meaning of definition means to get up and move around. That's literally what it means, to get up off your ass and move around. So unless motherfuckers are just apathetic, they're lazy, they like to listen to other people talk about it, and they like to get, you watch the show, you get a good energy, you get a good emotional jolt. Oh yeah, that's my good shit. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna spread what they said on the show today, and that's their activism.
And that's the end of it.
That's their activism.
Somebody just said hip hop emboldens black men.
Oh, of course. All music.
But it doesn't embolden us as a community.
Yes, to do what? And when you say hip hop emboldens black men,
It emboldens black male ego.
let's go back to that script we were talking about. Because J. Rue the Damager is not where 2 Chainz is. He emboldened black people. KRS-One, I don't know how.
Oh my God.
He's where he is with the dope shit he says. He emboldens black people. You gotta, to what? Yes, black men are emboldened to what? Dear hip hop artists, I'm not telling you not to tell our story. I'm telling you to tell a different side of it. Because if you're talking about how many people you're gonna kill, because you're only talking about us. You can't even.
Thank you.
If you pretend Cop Killer was about killing some people who happen not to be, because it's black cops, but they didn't care about that. There's some white folks involved in Cop Killer. You can't write a song about killing Jews. You can't write
It
a
won't
song.
come out.
Nope.
Okay? So we get it. We understand that you'll kill somebody. We understand how you misuse your money. We understand how you go and buy drinks for people you don't know
How
who
you
don't like
misuse
you.
your money.
Yes, please stop writing songs about how you misuse shit that you can make progress with. Write about some other shit. Write about the real shit. Write about how you don't want to sell dope. Write about how your hood breaks your fucking heart. That's what I want to hear. I'm tired.
That was hip hop in the 80s.
That was, yes. Yes. That was the message.
All right, look. I gotta wrap it up. I love y'all. I love my people. You guys are awesome people. Beautiful people. But I believe a fraction of our potential has been tapped.
Oh my God.
I mean, if we're in the most powerful country in the world, how are we not the most organized here?
How about it?
Like, if we were more organized here, as in America, the things we could do here.
Right.
It's like Gandalf. Please, Frodo, don't ask me to pick it up. I would love to use this ring to do good, but through it would wield a power so devastating. Please, Frodo, don't ask me to pick it up. I'm just saying, together,
Quit your bullshit, Frodo.
we could wield a power so devastating. But we don't want to do it. It's pure folly. Not with 10,000 men could you do it. The gates of the Black Gate. Not with 10,000 men could you do it.
How come there's never been a movie made where all the niggas speak like English? I'm not talking about British movies. I'm talking about where niggas from the hood, where me and Zoe sit up and go, rally my Bring them to me.
Indeed, bring the foreigners.
I desire some golden bird.
We are to examine them. Okay, look, we gotta go. We only got 2 minutes. Listen, we gotta go. God love for y'all. Continue to donate as much as you can. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Deuces. So what morning show? We
Cop
out.
Stop Guardian, please get out there.
Another banger. I'm gonna need notes and a crash course on set